Okay, we're going to try now the June 2011 paper 3 variant 3.2. So you're going to manipulate the spreadsheet about train arrival times over a 10-minute period, recorded over a 10-minute period. So for step number 42, use a suitable software package, load the file J1 arrive.csv. It's a CSV file, so you know when you open it, it's going to open in Microsoft Excel. So you go into your ICT course, June 2011 paper 3, 3.2, go into your folder and you look for the file J1 arrive. Here you go. So you know it's going to open in Excel. Okay, so this shows me a table with some codes, and next to the codes it got the full terminal names. I got to create a name range called ARR, which contains only cells A2 to B25, and go show evidence of this. So I don't include the headings. I click on A2 to B25, and from here I call the name range ARR. I press enter, and there we go. To show evidence, I click on formulas, name manager, and I can make this slightly larger. I press print screen. I'll open up my evidence document, or I will create an evidence document. At the top I write down evidence, and I will paste it inside the evidence document. I can crop the edges so it's a bit more clearer on what my range refers to. So we can even from across this side, and I make that slightly larger so the examiner can see it. Don't forget to include your name, center number, and candidate number in the header footer. Okay, then you got to save and print your evidence document. So I save this into my work folders, June 2011 3.2, and I'll also then print it. So turn off the evidence document for the moment and carry on with the exam question. Use a suitable software package, load the file J1 train. So go back into your exam folders. This time you're looking for J1 train. It's a CSV file, and from here you can tell it will open up in Microsoft Excel. So I've got two files open now, the train and arrive. So let's have a look at place your name, candidate number, sender number in the header. So it's up to you where you place it. So I click on insert, header footer, and in the include on the left you put your name, you'll have your center number, and you'll have your candidate number. I click on spreadsheet, view, and normal to get back to normal. In cell A2, use the lookup function to show the name of the station at which the train arrives. So it's a lookup function, so you know it's a Vlookup. Use the code column for the lookup value. So it's told you the lookup value will be the code column, and the named range ARR as the table array. So don't get confused here. When it says lookup value, you do not select the column. Okay, it's just a hint on where to look for the lookup value in. So you can look for the lookup value in the code column. So let's have a look. So here I'm going to type in my function. So I'm going to do it through insert function. So click on here and type in Vlookup and click on go, and it comes up in my list. I click on it and press OK. So my lookup value, I said use the code column. So the code column is here. So my lookup value will be B2. So an easy way to remember is the lookup value will be in the same table as you're doing the Vlookup. So my lookup value will be in this table as a start of my Vlookup in A2. It will not be in this table. This is a separate table. My table array now is an external file. So what I have to do, I click on table array, I minimize my window, and I select from A2 to B25, and that's my external file. Now I click on column index, And in this external file, I want to show the second column and I want an exact match. I press OK, and let's maximize this and make this column slightly larger. I double click here to fill down, make it larger again, and as you can see, my Vlookup equals Vlookup. My lookup value is B2, which is CC. And then this checks B2 in J1 arrive in the named range I created. So this is going to check CC in this table. When it finds a match, it shows the second column. Okay, and here I look for the value B3 because when I use fill down, this value automatically increased. But I use the named range for J1 arrive, and so that stays the same. The table array has to stay the same. Okay, so now I've replicated the formula, so that's done. In cell C2, I'm going to use a function to count the number of trains arriving at the station where the value in the arrival code column matches the contents of cell B2. So it told me to use a count, and it gave me a condition where the arrival code column matches cell B2. So I know it's going to be a count if. So in C, I do it for the insert function method. So insert function, and this time I type in a count if, and I click on go. Click on my count if and press OK. So my range, let's read the question again. So where the value in the arrival code column matches the contents of cell B2. So my range would be the arrival code column. So make sure the mouse cursor is in range, and here that's the arrival code column, and this has the same code as column B here. So I know this will be my range, and my criteria would be if it matches contents of cell B2, which is here. Alright, this will have to go, my range will have to go in $signs, because I want to keep my range fixed. So when I press OK, so when I fill this down, I check in this range C11 to 203, that's the range here, B2. Then I check in the same range B3, and it counts. The countif function would check the range each time there's a match in this column. It will add it up. So in this case, B3 is E. So E is checked in this column over here, and when there's a match for each match, it adds it up. And so the total number of E's in that column is 10. Okay, so one thing to note here, our column goes in $signs. Alright, so in cell D11, use the formula to show N if the value in the minutes late column is less than or equal to 0, or to return Y if the value in the minutes late column is greater than 0. So it gives us two conditions. So if it's less than 0, we got to show N. If it's greater than 0, we got to show Y. So which function gives you a choice to display two conditions? It's the if function. So for the if function, you will do a logical test, and you will show value if true and value if false. So basically, let's have a look. So in here, okay, I do it through the insert function method, and I type in if and go. I click on if function and press OK. So on my logical test, I want to check if the minutes column is less than or equal to 0. So minutes is less than or equal to 0. That's my logical test. Value if true, if it's less than or equal to 0, means N is not late. And value if false means if it's not less than or equal to 0, other values it will be is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. So that means the train has arrived late because it's greater than 0. So in my value if false, I write down Y. So let's go through, press OK, and let's look at the function from here. So if B11 is less than 0, it will show N. That means the train is not late. Otherwise, it will go to value if false. If it's not less than 0, and it show Y, that means the train is late. So I double click, to replicate the formula right down to the bottom. So let's have a look. Is 0 less than or equal to 0? Yes, so we show n. Is 4 less than or equal to 0? No, so we show y. Is 2 less than or equal to 0? No, so we show y. Is minus 4 less than or equal to 0? Yes, so we show n. This is quite a simple if function. So replicate this function. I've done that by using fill down, save the spreadsheet, and print cells A1 to D25 only. So I click on the office icon, save as an Excel workbook. Like that, I keep my formulas. I make sure I'm in my correct folder, June 2011, version 3.2, and I click on save. Then I have to print cells A1 to D25 only, showing the formula used. So A1 to D25 only. So I'm going to select cells A1 to D25, A1 to D25. So it's be D cells I have to print. Okay, I'm going to make some columns slightly larger so you can see all the information. I click on formulas, show formulas. I select the spreadsheet from here, and I double click one column so everything will automatically fit. So I select the spreadsheet, all of it, from here, and I double click one column and everything automatically fitted. So I select cells A1 to D25. I click on office, print. I go to print selection. Let's preview it. Okay, so that's my selection there. Is there any requirements for the printout? So it says make sure everything is visible and fits on a single page wide. So this is, no, it fits on, at the moment it's 2 pages wide. So page 1 of 2. So this is the next page. So what I gotta do, I go to page setup. I got to do fit to 1:1 and I press OK. So now it fits on a single page wide, page 1 of 1. I click on print and then I close print preview. So there's no other requirements it asks me to do, to just show row and column headings. So that's it. So that's the spreadsheet question complete. I take off the formulas and I can select the spreadsheet, double click one cell so everything fits nicely. I'll save it and turn it off. I'll close my table array. Ask you one, yes, and save it as well. Yes, and yes. So don't worry too much about the table array. Even if you click on no, don't save. It doesn't make a big difference. The main thing is to save the spreadsheet J1 train that you were working on, and you've got to save it as an Excel workbook. If you don't save it as an Excel workbook, you will lose your formulas. It only shows the values if you have to reopen it. So it's important you save it as an Excel workbook. So that's it. That's the exam paper finished. Turn it off, and that's it.